Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako ang inyong lingkod, Tutor Madge. Welcome sa ating ETUlay, ang ating libreng online tutorial na hatid ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon, ICTS EdTech. Ang programang ito ay inaasahang makatutulong at maging karagdagang kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral mula kinder hanggang senior high school, ALS, Alive, at SPED learners. Bukod sa pagsagot ng mga modules, ang ETUlay ay may mga special programs din na siguradong aabangan ninyo araw-araw. Katuwang ang ating mga minamahal na mga magulang at guro ay maitutulay natin ang pagkatuto. Kaya, ihanda na ang inyong module, lapis, papel o kwaderno. Ihanda rin ang isip, mata at tenga sa isa na namang makabuluhang aralin. Tayo nang matuto kasama ang inyong volunteer online tutor sa oras na ito.
Ayan po, good morning! Magandang umaga po. Today is March 11, 2022, no? Friday na naman po, and it's ETUlay once again for the ICT. Okay, so shout out muna po natin, no? Nakita ko po, nandito sila Chloe Amber Bacani, good morning. Yan, no? Good day po kay Christian de la Cruz, grade 3. From San Carlos City, Pangasinan. Good morning, Carl. Welcome sa ETUlay. Okay. So, ayan, ang dami niyang message, no? So, welcome na welcome ka dito, Christian, no? Lalo na ngayon at uso na po, no? So, talagang kailangan na po ang matuto ng programming. Even yung mga katulad nyo grade 3 advisor po pala siya. Sorry, ma'am. Ayan, so teacher po pala siya. Grade 3 advisor. Welcome po, Ma'am Carl, no? So, Carl Christian, lalaki ba to or babae? Yan. So, good morning din kay Neil, student ko from Pagalanggang National High School. Ayan. So, good morning, no? So, today is actually, this is Tutor Bell, no? So, for Java Technology Programming until 12 noon, no? So, magkakasama-sama po tayo Kasama ko po ang aking mga kasamahan sa ICT, sina Tutor Pau. No, for Java programming today, so we're going to tackle arrays in Java Part 2. Why Part 2? Because we already started this arrays in Java last week, no? So a week ago, last Friday actually, no? So medyo mahaba po ang topic ng arrays, no? Madami po siya. Masasabi niyo pong ito ay isang medyo masalimuot, no? Hindi po siya ganun ka-complicated kung aaralin at bubusisiin po natin siya. Kaya po, I am trying my best na ipakita po yung pinaka-simple na presentation sa inyo na mas maiintindihan niyo po siya in your own level po, no? So kahit anong level po, no? So for today, so our topic po is since it's still arrays, no? So we're going to change. So paano ba mag-change ng array element? So for example, I want to change, may nagkamali ako, I want to change isang element doon sa aking array na nalagay ko na. So for example, kung list of students yan, yung isa sa mga student, for example, is Maribel, gusto kong palitan ng Carl Christian de la Cruz. No? So pwede po iyon. So through changing an array element. Okay, so in this day din po, we're going to iterate so through each element of the array using the for loop. No? So the best way to iterate an element through an array. So dahil po ang array nga po is list, no? So it's a list. So para ma-access natin 'yan, we have to use loop, no? So we have to use loop. So specifically the for loop, we're going to use the for loop today. Okay? So we're going to try also to search an array, no? So and then eventually I will introduce you to multi-dimensional array, no? So sana po matakal po natin po lahat ito today, no? So ayan. So good morning din kay Joyce Garcia Catarbas, 11 CSS, no? So my student also. Thank you for watching. Okay, so good morning po sa mga kasamahan ko sa Pagalanggang National High School. I will see you on Monday. So 1 week na po akong work from home. So hopefully I will be okay already on Monday for the face-to-face because I'm also excited in meeting you all personally, yung lalo na yung mga estudyante ko sa Pagalanggang National High School, the 11 CSS Gates and the 12 CSS Steve Jobs. Ayan. No? Ayan. So, arrays in Java. So, sabi natin, when diretso na po tayo, no? So, when we declare, okay, so an array, ang syntax po is the variable name equals new type, the size. Kasama na po dito yung initialization and paglalagay ng size, no? So, kailangan ma-allocate natin yung memory space. So, lagi po nating tatandaan, we have to allocate a space, no? Kasi yung ating array, no, that's just a variable. Pero since nagko-contain po ito ng a list of data items of the same data type, so we have to allocate a variable space, no? So, tatandaan po natin. So, example po, just to refresh you up, no? So on our previous lesson, so to declare a array, so integer, yung open and close bracket, the squared bracket, the name of the variable equal new, no? So yan po yung ating lalagay. So to allocate memory space and then new, the data type and the size, no? So the length. So ito na rin po yung ating length ng ating array, no? So yung kung ano man po yung nilagay natin diyan, pero pwede naman po na hindi natin siya lagyan. So kung string yan, hindi natin siya nilagyan, okay lang din naman po. Okay? So pero ang inilalagay po diyan sa loob ng ating squared bracket is a number, meaning the size, the number of elements in our array. Okay, so that's the arrays in Java. Okay po. So let's proceed. Okay, so for first topic, we are going to change, how are you going to change an array element in Java? So, paano ba? So, for example, so previously, last week po, so we have a string, no? So, we have an array na string na ang laman po niya is Zai, Tev, Calyx, and Ale. But, I want to change yung ating index 0. So, remember kung paano po natin ma-access is through the index. So, yung Zai is nasa index 0, si Tev ay nasa index 1, si Calyx ay nasa index 2, at si El ay nasa index 2 ng ating array. So, to access, no? So, the name of the array and then yung ating index number. Okay, so since si Sai na gusto nating palitan ng Lolita is nasa index 0, so we have to specify 0 here. So, students, squared bracket, 0, since ang position ng ni Zai na gusto nating palitan, no? So, marireplace ngayon yan ng Lolita si Zai. Okay? So, yung namang si Tev, mapapalitan ng Ismael. Okay? So, yan po yan. Okay? So, nasaan location si Ismael? 0, 1. Okay? So, papalitan natin si Tev ng Ismael. So, to change that, all you have to do is the name of the array, the index, no? The index equal, and then whatever value or whatever string na ipapalit nyo doon sa dineclare nyo dito sa taas, no? So, and then you want to display the output, all you have to do is to print it, no? So, just the same, to print, you have to specify the index number, no? So, the name of the array and the index number. So, in this case, so this will output Lolita, Ismael, Calyx, and Ale. So, 0, 0 Zizai, Tev is 1, Calyx is 2, Ale is 3. Okay, so let's try it po sa ating IntelliJ. So, this is our IntelliJ. Okay, okay, so yan po yung ating example. Okay, so okay, shout out din kay Jasper Demakali. Good morning, Jasper. Okay, I'm glad na finally you are vaccinated. Okay, good day din po kay Erizan M. Cabo, no? Taga Camarines Sur, no? So, I've been there before, no? Nakita ko na si Mayon Volcano dyan. Okay, so ayan po, no? So, let us try this one. Let us try this one. So, we want to change Zai and Tev ng Lolita and Ismael. So, all we have to do, so we have the name of the class, array change an element. Okay, so kung nakalimutan niyo po how to make a class, so punta po dito dito po sa ating SRC, no? So kung nakabukas po yung inyong IntelliJ, right click on your SRC, new, and then Java class. So yung nandito po na yan, yung array change element, that is the name of the array na nilagay nyo when you do new class, no? So yan po yan. Okay, so right after declaring the name of the class, we have our main method. Okay, and then we have the initialization and declaration of our array. So which is the name of our array is students. Okay, so the data type of our array is string. Okay, and then so since this is a string, so remember kapag po string, lagi po yan naka-double quotation mark, no? So kaya po may double quotation mark yan. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, and 3. So we have 4, okay, in essence, no? But the size of our array is actually 4. Okay, but remember, our array, the position of our array, no, the one-dimensional array specifically, no, start always with 0. Okay, so 0, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so yan po siya. Okay, so pag nirun po natin yan, so let us try to run this one. Ayan. Okay, so nagka-compile po siya. So, nakita nyo po? Okay, so yung ating first element ngayon ay hindi na si Sai, kung hindi si Lolita. Okay, so in-access natin siya by specifying the name of the array and then in its index value. Its index value is 0 since the position is nasa 0 po siya. Okay? And then, so since gusto nating palitan si Tev ng Ismael, so we have printed out yung ating students na array and then yung kanyang position sa array na students is 1. So that is why hindi na po ito yung mapiprint niya, no? So, madi-display niya since pinalitan mo siya. You have changed the element. So, this is how you change an element in an array. So, all you have to do is the name of the array and then the index number or yung subscript niya na tinatawag. Okay? So, ganun po kasimple. Okay po? So, yan po yung ating output. So, Lolita, Ismael, Calix, and Ale na yung laman ng ating array na students. Okay po? So, let's go back to our presentation. Okay. So, that's how you change an array element. Okay. So, next po. So, next topic, next objective is how are you going to iterate, no? So when you say for loop, you have to iterate through each element of the array. So you have to go through. Okay? So dadaanan mo isa-isa. Okay? So in this case, ayaw natin na isa-isa na mag-system.out.print line, di po ba? Okay, so balik tayo. Okay. Okay, ayaw natin na kanina, 'di ba? So previously dito, okay, inisa-isa natin di ba? Okay, so tingnan niyo po 'to, no? So this is the difference. So system that print line students and then yung ating index number. Okay. System that print line, so that's another statement. So how many statements do I have? Okay, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so specifying the index number. Pwede naman po yan. But if you want to go through each element, no, of your array without going through this using the same statement, no, you have to use the for loop, no. So this is the logical thing, no. So the most logical thing to do when you want to display paano na po kung millions yan, no? So when you are dealing with millions or kung marami man yan, thousands of values yan, no? So alang namang sa bagay kung magka-copy paste ka, but so this still not logical thing to do. Okay, so kung 4 lines, 5 lines, okay lang po. But if marami na po, no, so this is the way to do it. You have to use the for loop. Okay, so we have the name of our data type. Okay, this signifies that this is an array, the name of the array, and then we have the values. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we have the 4 statements. So remember, nung nag-discuss po tayo ng looping, okay, so isa sa mga loop statement ay is for loop. Okay, so when you are using for loop, ang sabi natin, ang syntax niya is the value, the initialization, okay, and then the condition, okay, and then the increment or decrement. Okay, so this is the condition, and then yung ating initialization is the integer I is equal to 0. Okay, and then yung ating I, yung ating condition, is I less than ETUlay that length. Okay, so ano naman si ETUlay that length? So ETUlay that length is actually getting the length, no? So ilan ang size? Gaano kalaki, no? Ano yung sukat ng ating array? So that's how you do it. So since we want to iterate, no? So we want to iterate, we want to see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 all at the same time. Okay? So, pero iisa-isahin niya po yan. No? So, sequentially, he will have to go through each element. No? So, by using this for loop. Okay? So, this is the syntax. For statement. Okay? So, open parentheses, the variable, no? The variable of the initialization, which is usually 0. Okay, so semicolon. Okay, I, no? So yung ating kung saan magi-start yung ating I, no? So 0. So and then ETUlay that length. So mula 0, ang sabi niya, okay, umikot ka nga mula 0 hanggang sa length ng ETUlay ng array. Okay? And then, excuse me. And then, so kung nandito na siya sa una, okay, so ito yung una. So, 0. Okay, so unang pasok, 0. Okay, so ang length na po nito is 0. Okay, so dahil nag-initial value tayo na 0. Okay, so nag-I++ ka dito, nag-increment ka. Okay, so 0 plus 1 becomes 1. Okay, ang sabi niya, okay, i-display mo nga yung laman ng ETUlay and then kung ano mang index yan na nandyan, na nagsimula. Okay? So, nagsimula sa initialization na 0 since ang ating index ay 0. Okay? So, kaya 0 din yung ating initialization. No? So, ETUlay I. So, yun yung index, no? Yung subscript. Okay, so sa unang ikot, this is 0. 0. So, ito yung i-display niya, yung 2. Okay. Pangalawang ikot, so, naka 1 na siya, di ba? So, 1 na yung value niya dahil nag-increment. Okay, so, pangalawang ikot, nandito ka na sa 3, di ba? So, nasa 3 na po tayo. Okay, so, pangalawang ikot, so, 1, and then yung ating length ay hindi pa kasing parehas, no? Less than pa ba ng ating ETUlay that length? Ano yung ating ETUlay that length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So, 2, 4, 6, 8. So, is 1 less than 8? So, sa pangalawang ikot po yon. Sa second iteration. Okay. And then, sabi niya, I++. So, increment. So, yung ating 1 becomes 2. Okay. Pangatlong ikot. So, nandun na tayo sa 4. Okay. So, yung ating 2. Nasa 2 na po tayo. Okay, so yung ating I is already 2. Okay, so is 2 less than 8? Still, that is true. So remember, sa for statement, until yung condition ay true, it will do this system that out, that print line. Okay? So yung ating index. So whatever index na pinasa doon sa ating increment value, na nag-increment, no? So yung value na ng ating I, so iyon yung ating mapiprint. So sa pangatlong iteration, so 4 na po yung mapiprint. So we're done with that one. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, and then yung kasunod, 5, so on and so forth, hanggang sa dumating na siya dito sa last. Okay, so 8, no? So 9 na. So dito na muna tayo sa 8. No? So 8 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yung sa 7 muna. 7. is 7 less than 8? Yes, it's still 2. True, di ba? So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's still true. So, kaya ipiprint pa rin po niya yan. Okay, so until such time na umabot na siya sa 8. Is 8 less than 8? Hindi na po, di ba? So, that would be false already. So, hindi niya na po ipiprint yon. So, stop na po siya. So, since hanggang 7 lang po tayo, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yun lang po yung ipiprint niya. Okay, so let's go to IntelliJ for us to check. Okay, so I have here the array length. And yung for loop pala. Okay, so we have the for loop. Okay, so in this case, we do not have problem kung hindi natin alam kung ano yung size, no? So yung final length, because we have used this one. So ETUlay, the name of the array, that length. So may method po yung ating ETUlay, yung ating array na pwedeng gamitin for the length, no? So until such time na less than pa rin, no? So ayan po siya. Okay, so we have the name of the class, array for loop, no? So we have our main method. Okay, so we have the initialization and declaration of our array. So integer. So ang data type ng ating array is integer. Okay. So yung ating name ng array is ETUlay. Okay, so equal. So naka-opening bracket po tayo for the values. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay? So we have to use the for loop. So we have the initialization, the data type, integer I equal to 0. So we will start at 0. Okay? And then until less than the length of our array, and then increment. No? So every time until I is less than the length of the array, so it will print system that out. It will display the value of the array, no? So with its corresponding index, no? So kaya po isa-isa po yan i-display na. So if we run this one, okay, so close muna natin to. Okay, so ayan. So good day po, Abigail and Bueno from Camarines Sur. Thank you. All the way from Camarines Sur. Ayan. So this is our output. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So if you will notice, so yung ating first is 2, no? So yung ating 0 index, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So pagdating ng 8, no? Si 8 is no longer through here. So pag 7 plus 1 na kasi siya nung huli, nung dito sa na display niya na yung 9. No? So pagdating dito, so 7 plus 1, 8 is no longer through. That is why hindi niya na po gagawin yung system that print line. No? So hindi niya na po gagawin yan. So stop na siya. Okay po? So that's how you go through each element of an array. So mas maganda pong gamitin yung for loop. Okay po? So ito po, no? So this is how you check the length. So remember, tandaan po natin yan, no? So to get the length of our array, the name of our array, that length, no? So ayan po. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so that's the for loop, no? So ang output po niyan is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Ayan. Ayan, no? So, good morning din kay Chin Andaya Marazigan. So, mag-classmate siguro to. No? So, classmate siguro sila ni Abigail Bueno. Yan. So, grade 12. So, this is very useful for you if you're going to take up computer science, no? So, programming, when you enter college or when you enter university. Okay, so nag-start na po yan. Okay, so when we want to search, no? So, okay, so ang problem naman po ngayon, okay, so our next problem with array is how are you going to do a search, no? So, isa sa pinakamahirap gawin po with an array is do a search, no? May iba-ibang klase po yan, no? So, sa iba po, meron pa silang mga tinatawag na binary search, merong tinatawag na linear search. Okay, so, ito po tayo. Balik natin. Okay. So, how are you going to search an array? So, ibig sabihin, doon sa loob ng array mo, gusto mong may gusto kang hanapin. Like for example, okay, so inilagay natin sa array ang lahat ng item codes ng produkto na binebenta natin. So, for example, sa isang sari-sari store na lang or sa isang maliit na mini-mart. Okay? So, so dahil madami yan, no? So, madami yan, nilagay natin sa array lahat ng item code. Okay? So, paano po natin isa-search kung may bibili? Existe. May nagtanong na customer. Okay, so meron ba kayo nito? Okay, so siyempre, remember po usually sa mga supermarket, so meron po tayong tinatawag na mga barcode, no? So merong mga item code po 'yan. Okay, so sa ibang bansa, meron silang tinatawag na ibang code na, no? So dito po sa Pilipinas, usually barcode or meron tayong tinatawag na item code, no? So recently nauuso naman yung mga QR code. Okay, so kung may code, no? So kung ang laman ng array mo is code, so paano mo i-search kung nandoon ba sa loob ng array na yon yung code na bibilhin mo o yung item na bibilhin mo na may ganoong code. Okay? So, syempre, sa isang store, hindi naman po nilalagay kung ano yung code, no? Yung mahabang description, hindi po yan nilalagay. Okay? Usually, there is this code. Okay? So, nilalagay po usually sa mga programming, nilalagay po iyan sa isang array. Okay? So, how are you going to search an array now? Okay? So, meron po tayong tinatawag na sequential search, no? So may iba-ibang klase ng searching an array, no? So one is sequential search na tinatawag. Ibig sabihin, sunod-sunod, okay? So mula sa simula ng array, kinukumpara siya, no? So doon sa hinahanap mo, okay? So hangga't hindi niya nakikita, hangga't hindi niya mag-iterate siya doon sa bawat element, no? So bawat element na nandoon sa array, no? Until the desired element is found. So that is what you call sequential. Okay. You could also do searching with break and boolean. Okay. So what I'm going to show you now is a combination of the two. Okay, so we will do a sequential and then sasamahan natin ng break and boolean. Okay po? So, bear with me para mas maintindihan po ninyo. Okay? Kasi diretso na po tayo. Punta na po tayo sa ating IntelliJ. So this is my array search. Okay. Close ko lang po. Hi kay Samantha. Ay, nandito rin si Roland Rangasa. Good morning, Roland. Okay, magkakaklase siguro to, no? Same din kay Flora Grace, no? Flora Grace Tesorero Santellan, no? So this is actually the best time to watch this one because RA is very complicated, somewhat complicated in a way. But I'll try my best to discuss it little by little na mas maintindihan nyo siya on how are you going to search an array. Okay. So in this case, I have let the user type in a code. No? So, syempre, ako ang customer, bibili ako. Okay, meron po ba kayo ng code na ganito? Okay? So, i-enter niya yung number or yung code na isa-search. Okay? So, ilalagay natin yan sa variable na scan. Okay? So, yan. Ilalagay natin siya sa variable na scan. Okay? And then, so, we will allow the user to enter the number to search. Okay? So, ilalagay natin siya sa num na variable. No? So, this is how you actually get. No? So, this is how you get an input from the user using the scanner class. Okay? So, para magamit mo yung scanner, so you have to use new scanner, open parenthesis, system.in. Okay? Para magkaroon ka ng instruction on how the user uh, will enter on anything that you want him to enter, no? So magdi-display ka ngayon, no? So system that line ay kuhan mo sa rep. Okay? So and then okay, so dito, so ito yung ating integer stat, no? So this is now our flag. Okay, so what do I mean by dyan sa ref? Okay, so okay po. So we have a flag. So kapag yung flag natin is 0, 0, ibig sabihin hindi niya nakita. Okay? So pag ang flag natin is 1, nakita niya yung item. Okay? So we have a list of items. Siyempre, kung ako ang nagtitinda, hindi naman alam ng user na that I have this, nakita niya? Asan? Ayan, yan. Okay? So, sorry mo na lang, ne. Yan. Okay. So, nagkawang-gawa ako. Yan. So I have a list of codes here. So 101, 102, 103, 104, 201, 202, 202. So nadalawa pa yung 202. So gawin natin itong 203. Okay, so 301, 302. So 'di ba, pagka po sa supermarket, meron pong meaning yung mga codes, no? So in this case, iba yung category ng 1, iba yung 2, iba yung 3. So for example, lahat ng nag-i-start sa 1 ay lahat ay dry goods, no? So lahat ng nasa number 2 ay lahat is about mga formula milk, mga milk, no? So yung nandito sa number 3 is lahat is pang bathroom, for example. So may category yung mga codes. Okay, so we're going to search these codes now. So we will be using the for loop. So search, no? So kanina sabi natin how are you going to loop through each element of the array. That is why inuna ko po na i-discuss yung looping ng array. We will be using this for loop, no? So just the same. So kanina po diniscuss natin. And then we will be checking, no? If yung in-enter ba niya na hinahanap na code ay meron doon sa array natin. Okay, meron ba doon sa loob ng array na codes? Okay? So, and then kung nandoon, kung equal, no? So kung parehas, papalitan na natin yung flag natin ng I, no? So, I pala ang nilagay ko. Is it this one? I? dapat 1. Okay, so palitan natin. Yan. So 1. So since ang ating integer yung ating flag, no? So in this case, so naka 1 na. So pag nakita niya, mapapalitan yung flag ng 1. And then i-display niya item found. Okay? So and then exit na siya, no? No need to go through each element dahil nakakita na siya ng item. Okay? So once na nakita niya na yung item, exit na siya doon sa ating for loop. Okay po? So that's what this code is all about. Okay. So I will ask the user to enter. So sige, ito-run natin para makita natin. We have to walk through. So let's do a walkthrough. Okay, so while running, ayan, nandito rin si Daisy Perez, si Lian Aklan. No? So, yeah, may nakasama ko dati nung college sa boarding house. Aklan siya. Nakapangasin siya dito sa taga Bataan. No? Leona Aklan, pero taga ano sila? Batangas. Ayan. Okay, so while running, so nag-run po. Ayan, nagra-run na siya. Okay, Daisy Perez. And kay Princess May Sante. Yan, magkakaklase kayo. It's so nice to hear from you today. I hope you're getting something. And then, kasama si Arlene Dries. So, from SDO Camarines Sur. Gidofredo Reyes, Senior National High School, SDO Camarines Sur. Ang layo. Kailangan pa sumakay ng eroplano. Ayan. Okay. Nag-Philippine Airlines ako nung pumunta ako dyan. Kapal ako. Ayan. The perfect view of Mayon Volcano. No, perfect view talaga siya. Perfect cone, I mean. Ayan na. Okay, so ito yun, no? So ito po yan. So itong scan equal new scanner system.in. This enables to allow the user to enter, no? So from the command line, no? So mag-enter siya. So enter the number to search or enter a code to search. So for example, I have entered, yung talagang meron. So, let's try the 101. Okay, so, I have entered 101. Nandyan po yan sa list, ha? Remember that? Okay, so, nasa list po siya. Okay, so, pag in-enter ko siya, wala yet. Wow, item found. Okay, so, what if in-enter ko ulit? So, anong nangyari? Bakit item found? Kasi nandun siya sa list, di po ba? Okay, so for example, palitan natin ng 500. Let's still stop and rerun natin. So, 500 ang in-enter natin, wala siyang ginawa. Hindi display yung item found. It's because it was not found. No? So, wala kasi ako nilagay. No? So, wala akong nilagay. No? So, wala akong else dito. So, kaya, wala po siyang ginawa. No? So, ganun po siya kasimple. No? So, okay, so, let's go through it. No? So, kanina, ang pina-enter ko, 500. Okay. So, 5, ilulup po niya ang laman ng ating num. Okay, so the num variable, ang laman po niya is 500. No? So, yung ating flag na stat, okay, so na magsasabi kung natagpuan na niya o hindi. Okay, mag-change lang yung 0 into 1 kapag natagpuan niya yung 500. Okay? So, for example, 500. No? So, ayan, no? So, ayan po yan. No? So, yung in-enter ko na 500, so nandito ang 500. Okay? So, 5 ilulup po niya ang laman ng ating num. Okay, so the num variable, ang laman po niya is 500. No? So, yung ating flag na start, okay, so na magsasabi kung natagpuan na niya o hindi. Okay, mag-change lang yung 0 into 1 kapag natagpuan niya yung 500. Okay? So, for example, 500. No? So, ayan, no? So, yung in-enter ko na 500, so nandito ako ngayon, so enter the number to search. So ilalagay niya ngayon sa variable na num. Okay. So initially, the flag stat is 0, no? So dahil hindi ko pa naman siya sina-search, no? So meron akong array list, no? So I have this array called codes, no? So ang pangalan ng aking array is codes. So may lamang 101, 102, 103, 104, 202, 203, 301, and 302. Okay, so how am I going to search for 500 in this array? Okay, so I have to use this for loop. Okay, so paano po yon? Okay, so integer I is equal to 0. So initially, I is I less than the codes that length. No? So mag-go through each element na po siya. Okay, so sa unang ikot, nasa 101. So pupunta po siya dito. Yung num ba, ang laman ba ng num, ang laman ng ating num is 500, is 500 equal, no? So double equality, no? So ibig sabihin, parehas na parehas dapat, no? So parehas ba ng 500 yung laman sa unang ikot na 101? Hindi, di po ba? So false. So kung false siya, hindi po siya pupunta po dito. Hindi niya po lalagyan ng stat is equal to 1. Hindi siya magfo-flag na natagpuan na, no? Yung ating hinahanap na 500. So meaning, mag-iterate po siya. So pangalawang ikot, sequential, no? So sequential search. Sa pangalawang ikot, nasa 1 na po yung ating I, no? So I is still less than yung ating I, so which is 1. 1 is still less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 is still less than 9, di po ba? Dahil ang length natin is 9. Okay, 1 is still less than 9. So true pa rin yon. Okay, so since true pa rin, no, pupunta pa rin siya dito. So, yung bang 500, equal ngayon ba doon sa 102? Ay, hindi. So, kung hindi pa rin siya item found. So, babalik po siya ulit dito. So, pangatlo is 500 equal to 103? Hindi pa rin. But still, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is still less than 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 4 is still less than 9. Di po ba? Ay, 3 is still less than 9. Okay? So, iterate again. So, may increment ulit yung ating I. So, hanggang sa matapos po, hanggang sa dulo, no? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, hindi niya po nakita. Okay? So, kaya, hindi po siya pupunta dito. No? Dahil, yung ating if ay, sabi niya, kapag nakita mo lang. Okay? So, palitan mo yung stat na equal to 1 and then, i-display mo yung message na item found. Okay? So let's do it again. This time, maglagay tayo ng item found. Okay, stop natin and rerun. Okay, so hello din kay Menchi Caparos, Maria Rica Daang, okay? Vicente Taysen, Arlene Dris, no? So, thank you so much for watching today. Nakakataba po ng puso. Kahit po may nararamdaman po ako ngayon. Ayan. So, it's still recompiling. Okay, so pa-enter tayo ulit. So, anong gusto niyong number? Okay, so let's try yung 301. Tayo sa... So, by the way, this is actually a two-dimensional array po, no? So, this is a two-dimensional. No, it's still one-dimensional pa rin po ito. Okay, so 301. Okay, so nag-enter ako ng 301. So, nalagay na siya doon sa num. Okay? So, is num equal doon sa ating codes, no? So, nag-iterate. Kaya po nauuna yung 4. So, that is why sa ating program, nauuna yung 4. Okay? So, kasi, sequentially, he has to go through each element in the array. That he will check kung may kamukha ba, may kaparehas ba na code. Okay? So, pag in-enter ko to, item found. Okay? So, ganun po kabilis, no? So, item found, paano kung katulad sa circuit, ang dami-daming items, di po ba? So, ganyan lang po yung gagawin natin. We have to use the for loop. And you have to put it in an array. Okay, so, nung sa industry pa po ako, usually lagi pong ginagamit yung array na yan, no? So, lagi po namin ginagamit yan sa pagpo-program ang array because it's so easy to use. It's so easy to iterate through multiple elements, no? So ang program po na ginagawa po namin nun is a doctor system, and then we have the learning management system, no? So na binebenta internationally. Okay, so yung isa po is sa Belgium, yung isa po sa Hong Kong. So yan. So ayan po, no? So ganyan po on how are you going to search, no? So dito, so ginamitan natin ng break. So bakit natin ginamitan ng break? Okay. So remember, hindi siya magi-stop no? So he still have to go through. So to stop a for statement, you have to make a break, no? So you have to do a break. So break statement will stop the for loop. Okay po? So yan. So good morning, Rovic. Okay, so you have to do break. So, since yung ating stat is equal to 1 na, no? So, sabi natin, if stat is equal to 1, no? So, item found, no? So, hindi na zero yung ating ang tawag dito, yung ating stat, no? Yung ating flag. Okay, so break na siya. No? Pero until such time na kung hindi nakikita, hindi pa check, hindi hihinto. No? He has to go through each element. No? So kahit pa sabihin, ay napagod na, hindi po mapapagod yan. No? So he still have to go through each element in the array. So he still has to go through each element na nandito sa array natin. So to check kung merong kaparehas yung in-enter mo na code. Okay po. So let's go back here. Okay, so that's how you search an array. So you have to do sequential, and then you have to use break and boolean. Okay, so this is how you search. No? So this is the same kanina. Okay. Ayan. Okay po. Lian. Okay, so discuss po natin the last topic for today. Okay, so the last objective, no? So is the multidimensional array, no? So kanina one-dimensional array lang po 'yon. So it store a single sequence or list of elements of the same type, no? So kaya ang tawag po doon is one-dimensional array. So but we have this so-called multidimensional array. When you say multidimensional array, so ang multidimensional array is an array that contains 2 or more dimensions. So ibig sabihin, kung 2-dimensional na yung array mo, so ibig sabihin may matrix na, no? So na parang table na siya, no? So pag sinabi kasing table, matrix po 'yan. No? So the simplest form of the multidimensional array, and it is represented in the form of a matrix, is a 2-dimensional array. So paano po ba i-initialize ang multidimensional array, or specifically in case a two-dimensional array. So a two-dimensional array, so sabi natin, multidimensional array na ang tawag kung ang array mo is two-dimensional. So may dalawang klase tayo, no? So one-dimensional and multi-dimensional array. But a two-dimensional array is already a multi-dimensional array. So this is how are you going to initialize and declare a multi-dimensional array. So in this case, we have a table 50, 60, 78, 87, 95, 98, 87, 80, 776, 99, so on and so forth. Okay, so in this case, so kung one-dimensional array ang ating dinideclare, isa lang yung ating squared bracket. Di po ba? Okay, so kung multi-dimensional array na po yung ating i-declare, we have to use two squared bracket. Okay, so the data type, the two square bracket, and then the array name. Okay? So in this case, ito yung table. No? So paano mo i-declare yan sa program? Okay, so we have the data type. So sa syntax natin, kung susundin natin, so data type is integer, and then the name of the variable is yung ating matrix, no? So the name of the variable, and then the dalawang squared bracket. Okay, and then yung ating list ng ating paano natin siya ngayon ilalagay. Okay, so this is the column, no? And this is the row. Okay, so nakikita po ba? Okay, so pakita ko dito sa pangalan. Okay, so okay, so graphically, this is how to really show it, no? So ito po yung 50, that is the right index. So that is the column. Okay, so yung left po determines the row. Okay, so kung ito po is lagi po tayong magi-start sa row. Okay, so always remember that we will start our array in a multidimensional array using the row. Okay, so sa row muna po tayo. So ang row natin is yung una, the 0, 0, ito yan. So paano mo madidetermine ano yung index niya? Okay, so we have the row. Ang row ng X, so for example, ang name ng ating array is X, no? Ating row is 0 in this case. Ang column natin ay 0. So pero ang laman nun ay 50. But this is how are you going to search, no? So kung isa-search mo siya, yung paano mo siya i-access. So this is how are you going to access it using its indexes, no? So ang index ng ang value ay 50 is ang pangalan ng ating array is X. And then nasa row 0, nasa column 0. Okay, so 0, 0. Okay, so yung nasa row 1, okay? Sino ba yung nasa row 1? Sino yung nasa column 0? Okay, so nasa column 0 is 98. So that is 98, no? So in this case, so ito po yung katumbas niyan. Yung nasa baba, this is how are you going to access it. So pag dineclare mo naman siya, syempre ilalagay mo siya sa i-declare mo siya, di po ba? Okay. So ang paglagay naman po is kung paano nyo siya nakita sa table. Okay? So yung una, 50, 60, 78, 87, 95. Di po ba? So that's the first row. The second row is 98, 87, 87, 76, 99. Okay. The third row is 98, 99, 97, 95, 100. So that's how are you going to declare. No? So punta na tayo, diretso na tayo dito sa ating IntelliJ para makita nyo po. Multidimensional. Okay, so this is my multidimensional example. Okay. So, ito po siya, no? So, kung makikita po ninyo, no? So, 50, 60, 78, 87, 95. This is the first row. This is the second row. This is the third row of our table, no? So the name of our array, no? Our multidimensional array, our two-dimensional array actually is matrix, no? So pag matrix yan, two-dimensional array kaagad yan. Okay? So we have integer row and column. Okay? So how are you going to iterate using the for loop kapag ka ganito na, no? So, two-dimensional na no? So, multi-dimensional na. So, syempre, dalawang for statement yan. Okay, bakit? Kasi, the first for loop will be dedicated to the row. Okay? So, and then, the next for statement will be dedicated to the column. So, magtatagpo po yan, no? So, meron po yung panagpuan. Okay, dahil magkasabay mo siyang niraran. Okay? So, kaya, sa loob ng isang malaking for loop, merong isang for loop sa loob. Okay? So, nested for loop po ang tawag dyan. Okay? So, pag dalawa po ang for loop mo. Okay? So, remember, para ma-access natin yan, access muna natin yung row. Okay? So, yung row will always start sa 0. Diba? So, ang for loop natin, less than. Okay, bakit less than 3, ma'am? Okay, Tutor Bell, bakit dineclare mo siya as less than 3 yung condition mo sa first for loop for your row? Okay, so our row, no? So, ilan ba siya? 1, 2, and 3. Di po ba? Tatlo eh. Okay, so tatlong row tayo eh. Di po ba? Okay, so sa pangalawa, columns ba do we have? So, ilan ba yung laman? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, that is why the length here is less than 5. Okay? Pag nagkamali ka po dito, halimbawa nilagay mo yan ng less than 4, hindi makukuha yung isa. Yung isang column. Hindi madi-display yung isang column. Why? Because mag-false na po agad yan, exit na agad yung for loop. Okay? But still, mag-go through siya lahat ng rows, but not lahat ng column. Okay? So, kaya po, marapat lang po na dapat tandaan natin, we have to double check yung ating condition sa ating for loop. Okay? So, remember kung ilan yung element. No? So, kung ilan yung ating row or ilan yung ating column, iyon po yung nandun sa ating less than 3, yung ating condition. Okay? So, para mag-through po yan, and then, i-check naman niya yung column. Okay, so sa una, 0 and 0. So, sino yung nasa row 0? Sino yung nasa column 0? Okay, so ito yung ating row 0. Ito yung ating column 0. Di po ba? Okay? So, pagdating dito, pagtapos na niya yung lahat ng row at dito, no? So, papasok naman siya dito sa pangalawang column. Okay? So, natapos na siya dun sa unang column, no? So, tapos na. Okay? So, dun tayo sa pangalawang column. Okay? So, i-iterate niya lahat yan. Okay? So, paano mag-print? Okay. So, just the same, yung pangalan ng ating array, and then yung row and column. Okay? So, remember, dito sa atin, di ba dito? So, ito po yan. Okay, so ito po yan. So, this is how you access it, di po ba? So, sa ating program, ganun din po siya. So, tinawag mo lang po iyon. Okay po. So, let's run this one. So, that is multi-dimensional array. No? So, excuse me po. Okay, so good morning, Rovik. I'll see you on Monday. Monday na ba? First 2 subjects ng set A. Okay, so So yung nandun na sa ating presentation kanina, ito rin po siya, no? So paano ko yan i-display lahat? Okay, so gumawa po ako ng dalawang for loop. Ayan, no? So 50, 60, 70, 80, 85. Nagkama to, ginawa ko lang tong 4, no? So makikita nyo po, hindi po ma-display 95, 99, 100. Kasi po tatlo lang ang makikita niya na column. Ayan. Yan, no? So tatlo lang yung makikita niyang column. Hindi niya ipiprint yung 99 and 100. So make sure tama po yung declare sa ating condition, sa ating for statement. Ayan, nag-ano pa siya. Okay, so while waiting, no? So para while waiting po. Okay, so diretso po tayo. Para hindi po sayang ating oras. It's already 12. No? Ngayon lang po ako inabot ng 12 with discussing array. Okay, so ayan po siya. No? So, yan yung output niyan. So, that is the multidimensional array. So, ayan. So, quiz muna po tayo bago natin balikan yon. Okay, so two-dimensional arrays have both rows and columns. So, you must use subscript when you access its element. Is it true or false? Answer is, syempre po is, it is, ano pong sagot? It's true, no? So, kailangan po natin i-specify both the row and the column, yung subscript po niya, the indices, no? So, para ma-access po natin sila. Okay, second question. So, by looping through an array, making comparison, you can search an array to find a match to a value. Is it true or false? It is true, no? So, kailangan gumamit tayo ng for loop, no? So, para ma-search natin, ma-find natin yung kung may ka-match ba na value sa ating array. Okay po? So, these are my references. Okay, so balik po tayo dito. So, ayun na po. No, gusto ko lang kasi talaga ipakita to that kailangan tama yung condition mo because nakita nyo 80 hanggang 87 lang kasi yung ating condition dito sa row natin, dito sa column natin is mali. Okay? Ang row natin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pero nilagay 4. Okay? So, dapat 5 yan. Okay? So, dapat 5 po yan. Para lahat sila okay, so these are my references for today. So let's get ready. Imagine, start creating our own Java code, mga ka-coder, ka-tech quiz. So remember, ang sabi po ni Steve Jobs, ano po bang sabi ni Steve Jobs? Ang sabi po ni Steve Jobs, quality is much better than quantity. No? One home run is much better than 2 doubles. No? So, mas maganda daw yung isang home run lang, no? Kaysa dalawang doble pang trabaho. No? So, ayan. So, kasama ko po si Tutor Pao, si Tutor Drain, at ako po ang inyong Tutor Bell, at saka po si Tutor Lon. Every Friday po yan, no? So, ICT. So, from 8 a.m. until 12 noon. Ayan. So, for your comments, suggestion, pakiscan lang po yung QR code. So, kita-kita-kits po tayo ulit. So, this is your Tutor Bell from SDO Bataan. Signing off, and I'll see you again on Friday, next Friday po. So, pahuli po, pahabol kay Arhel Casila, watching from Godofredo Reyes Senior National High School. No? So, ayan po. Thank you for watching today. So, I'll see you again next week. Sana manood po kayo ulit. So, thank you. Bye!
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!